Unlike the current Prime Minister, Peter Dutton understands that this nation simply cannot survive without mining and agriculture. Indeed, our entire future economic prospects rely on exploiting these natural resources. Yet the current government seems determined to place every obstacle possible in the way of developing any new mines and therefore the industries associated with them, even going so far as to idiotically block a gold mine because of some spurious Indigenous claims. Instead, Labor, the Greens and the Teals are determined to drive this country into third world status with their ridiculous renewables and net zero fantasies. And they are succeeding with record small business closures, over 7,000 announced the other day. 1 in 5 jobs in this country is now in the public service and costs us taxpayers over $230 billion a year. That's a hell of a lot of iron ore that needs to be dug up. According to the Fin, the public sector is strangling the Australian economy with a staggering 87% of jobs growth in the last 2 years having been non-market roles. We are lurching towards full-blown socialism and we only have one chance to wrench on the handbrake before we hurtle over the cliff into a communist chasm. And that one chance is at the forthcoming federal election. Throughout the world, everything is now up in the air thanks to one man, Donald Trump. History will move very rapidly in the next few years, months even, and every nation will have to choose. Be an active participant of Trump's golden era or get left behind. We either muddle along in our socialist myopia or we dramatically change gear and commit ourselves to replicating Trump and making Australia great once again. But that will never be possible under Labor. We were in similar political doldrums back in the 1970s when the Australian economy had been decimated by the Whitlam Labor government and Australians had fallen into apathy and despondence. An ad campaign by the brilliant Mo and Joe advertising team was launched back then, urging Australians to shake off the apathy and get back to work. And, I guess, make Australia great.
It's a typical Aussie morning on a typical Aussie day, and I love this place I was born in a typical Aussie way. And I'd sure hate to lose our sunshine, but I feel it slipping away, and we're gonna have to wake up sometime that everything is not okay. Have a go, we can do it. Have a go, we'll come through it.
Have a go, Australia. That Mo and Joe ad, and more importantly, that have a go attitude, spurred the great Aussie renaissance of the 1980s when Australia's entrepreneurs and talented individuals strode the world like giants, conquering sport, the arts, the media, music. We even conquered Hollywood. That's the Aussie spirit. But we have to be honest, it has largely disappeared, replaced by this ghastly woke nanny state authoritarianism and cultural timidity. And the honest truth is, if we don't rediscover the Aussie have-a-go mentality right here, right now, we will be one of the 21st century's tragedy stories, left behind. Like Argentina last century. Argentina was a prosperous, wealthy nation that frittered it all away. Indeed, it is only now, after a failed century of socialism, that thanks to the Trump-supporting President Javier Milei, Argentina's economy is now racing ahead. Argentina is on the Trump train. Javier got on board early. We, alas, have yet to. Australia currently stands politically in opposition to virtually every single Trump policy position. We have a woke government of unimpressive, second-rate individuals driven by the crippling and nihilistic ideologies of climate change, diversity and inclusion, and faux anti-racism. Donald Trump is demolishing the entire woke agenda brick by brick, and he is already literally reshaping the world, bending it to American interests, to American exceptionalism. And if you are not with him, you will be against him. Already, after just a few days, Trump is boasting of securing upwards of $3 trillion of new investment in the USA. In the new Trump era, there will only be winners and losers. Which one will Australia be?